Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Today we honor our veterans who unselfishly placed their lives in line for our freedom. Those men and women were ordinary people until they heard the call of duty and answered it. They left their families, their homes, their lives to protect our country. As we honor our veterans, we thank them for their service and sacrifice. We also salute those who are currently fighting for our freedom here and around the world. Veterans Day is truly about thanking those who have served our country. Would all the veterans who are here today please stand if you are able so we can acknowledge you and thank you for your service. Thank you.
Welcome to Rowan College of South Jersey. We are extremely proud, to those of you in attendance and those online, to host this event under extremely difficult conditions. But maybe that's the true test of this country, that we accept and understand that our military and our veterans have been the ones that have gotten us through these situations in the past, and they'll do it again. So we're proud as an educational institution to be part. Our motto here is that we are a student-centered culture, but at the core of that culture is the veteran. We have established everything we can to be what's ranked in past years as a military-friendly college school, and we believe in that to the beginning and the end of what we do every day when we come to work. So we're proud to be a part of this relationship with the county, to host this event, and to offer our veterans that are currently serving and those that have served the opportunity to get on with their life with regard to the aspect of education, which we believe is a cornerstone of their future. And we're proud to provide this piece to the veterans of our country. So we welcome you. We once again want to honor the veterans, those serving, with regard to what you're doing for this country at this time. And once again, we hope you will take time today, as all of us here in this educational sector will do, to reflect on that thought. Thank you.
"2020 has been a crazy year for everyone. The pandemic, the economy, the elections. It's triggered a lot of confusion, chaos, mistrust, and has changed the way we do business. The one thing we will continue to do, no matter what is going on, is never to forget to honor those who have served in our military. That tradition will continue regardless of pandemics, whatever crisis may be. Service members will gather, regardless of the scenario, to pay respect to their fellow comrades. Veterans Day gives us that opportunity to reflect on this service that the men and women of this country over the years have provided to a country to remain a free nation. Whether they have served on foreign soil or here at home, they all signed up to be part of something much bigger, something that provides a security for the freedoms that we all treasure so dearly. As we reflect on the conflicts our men and women have participated in over the years, since the inception of Armistice Day, World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Gulf War, Global War on Terrorism, Operation Enduring Freedom, Operation Inherent Resolve, and many other conflicts that have occurred in the Middle East. We know many of these warriors have come home and are now being received by a nation that is grateful for their service. This year also marked the anniversary date to the end of World War II, which was 75 years ago. Some Vietnam vets are celebrating 50 years of coming home this year. I myself and some fellow Gulf War veterans are celebrating our 30th anniversary this year. Many of these students that I work with now weren't even born when I deployed, but one common bond that all military members serve, once they serve, is the common bond of respect, honor, and loyalty for each other. Don't get me wrong. We enjoy breaking each other's chops about each other's branches of service. God knows we have a good time with that. But when it's time to come together, we operate as one well-oiled machine, and failure is not an option, because those at home are depending on those military members to do their job, do it well, and come home safely. Today we have roughly 3 million active duty and reserve military members in an all voluntary military force. That is less than 1% of our total population that protects the nation, safeguards our rights, and the least we can do as a society and nation is be thankful for their service and their willingness to go into harm's way so our country can remain free. God bless our veterans here and abroad. At the last minute, we found out that our guest speaker would not be with us today, unfortunately. He is probably sitting home watching this, and we are so very proud to have him here as a student. We will be reading his speech, but I want to give you a little bit of background about this gentleman. Our student is First Sergeant Bernard Moran. He served 22 years in the United States Marine Corps and retired at the rank of First Sergeant. He's been awarded the Meritorious Service Medal, the Marine Corps Commendation Medal twice, Marine Corps Achievement Medal twice, Navy Marine Corps Commendation twice, Combat Action Ribbon, Joint Meritorious Service Medal, Navy Unit Commendation 3 times, Good Conduct Medal 6 times, National Defense Medal twice, Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal, Southwest Asia, Global War on Terrorism Medal, Iraq Campaign Medal, and NATO Medal. He's also received certificates of commendation, appreciation, and letters of appreciation. Bernard is currently a student here at RCSJ. He's a member of our student veterans group, and we're proud to say he's got a GPA of 4.0. Bernard is a great example of an individual that's transitioning from the military, and I'm proud to have him on our team here. So without further ado, I'm going to go right into his speech. Good morning, staff, professors, fellow students, and fellow veterans. My name is First Sergeant Bernard Joseph Moran. I was asked to speak today on behalf of the Student Veterans of America. And however, before I begin, I would like everybody to get up and out of their seats so we can knock out some Marine Corps push-ups. He's got a sense of humor. A little bit about me. I was born and raised in South Philly. Prior to graduating high school, I knew I wanted to be a United States Marine. As a senior at Roman Catholic High, I went to the local Marine recruiter's office without my parents' knowledge and signed up. On October 31st, 1994, 26 years ago, my recruiter came to my house, picked me up for boot camp. The next morning, I was on a plane heading for Parris Island to begin my journey to become a United States Marine. I am not going to lie, my emotions were all over the place. I was nervous, scared, and terrified. Well, terrified is probably a better way to explain my emotions. After going through some of the worst moments of my life for 13 weeks in Parris Island, I earned the title United States Marine. In 1995, I was sent to Camp Pendleton, California, as my first duty station. To make a long story short, I could not wait to make it to the 4-year mark so I could get out and become a civilian again. Like most young Marines, that is all we talked about. Sometimes you would hear from the guys how much they wanted to get out, However, coming up to my 4-year mark, I made the decision to re-enlist for another 4. I thought to myself, if I got out of the Marines now, what in the heck am I going to do back in Philly? After I re-enlisted, I was sent to Japan for a year. I then transferred to Camp Lejeune for 3, and in 2002, I was voluntold that I had to go on recruiting duty. Finally, after a very long and stressful 3-year tour as a recruiter, I transferred back to Camp Lejeune. While in North Carolina, I volunteered to go to Iraq on a year-long deployment, attached to a military transition team with the 1st Iraqi Army Quick Reaction Force. I deployed 2 more times, this time to Afghanistan, on 2 separate occasions for 7 months each. In 2014, I transferred back to Camp Pendleton, which is where I started to realize I was not getting any younger. I thought it'd be nice to be home and spend some much needed time with the family. Being away from home for many long stints at the time, I missed out on an abundance of family events such as birthdays, graduations, reunions, and much more. After much thought, I submitted for retirement from the Marine Corps on July 31st, 2016. I was honorably discharged after serving 22 years of doing something that I absolutely love. Coming back to the local area, I ended up briefly staying with family in Williamstown. Honestly, I was clueless of what my next steps were going to be. Part of me was like I really didn't want to do anything due to working 12 to 14-hour days with little to no time off. But a short vacation, I landed a job in Philly as a manager. To be quite honest, I struggled in my first civilian job as I started to struggle with the transition from life to civilian life. It's not like I could not do the job, but I was having issues adapting to the lifestyle that I was used to living for 22 years. After working for a year, I decided the best thing I could do was resign. The transition for me was really taking its toll. So finally, I had to walk away from a possible career that could have proven to be very beneficial for me years to come. The military does a fair job transitioning its members to civilian life after serving 4 or even 8 years of service. But I think something should be done to assist those that have served 20 plus years and better equip them for the challenges of civilian life. I looked more into the benefits that I rated from the Veterans Affairs Office, and I found some interesting things that I actually rated for and I didn't even know about. Nonetheless, one of those opportunities was help finding a job, along with finding something that would interest me. After talking to the counselors at the VA, it was suggested I go back to school. So last fall, I started my first semester here at RCSJ. In closing, I'd like to thank all my fellow veterans from the Army, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, and Marines for your bravery and selfless sacrifices you made for our nation. I am proud that I had the opportunity to serve while going through some of the worst times of my life with men and women that we are and will continue to be lifelong friends. I am grateful that I can be around fellow veterans here at the school and in the community. Finally, I'd like to thank Terry Germano for the assistance, dedication, and tireless work she does supporting veterans and families here at RCSJ. Thank you, be safe, happy birthday, Marines, and happy Veterans Day. I know, Bernard, you're watching, and thank you. Unfortunately, because of health reasons, Bernard couldn't be with us today, but we are recognizing Bernard Moran, First Sergeant, United States Marine Corps, as our Student Veteran of the Year. And we've got a plaque from our Student Veterans Association, and Freeholder Chilla has a proclamation in which will be forwarded to them very shortly, Bernard, as soon as you get better, pal.
On behalf of Freeholder Christie, we have a certificate of commendation for Bernard Moran. It's a great pleasure the 2020 Board of Chosen Freeholders presents this acknowledgement recognizing your dedicated career in the United States Marine Corps, as well as your dedication to completing your degree of business at RCSJ. Board of Freeholders thanks you so much for your service and wish you luck in your future endeavors. Signed by all the members of the board. On a personal note, I'd like to thank all the veterans who are here and who are watching live stream for your service to our country then and continued service now. Thank you. God bless America.
So here we are, Veterans Day, the 101st. You heard the history, how we got here. It is not Memorial Day, but they're never far from our thoughts. We're thinking of those 339,519 veterans in New Jersey alone. Over 15,000 right here in Gloucester County. When they went off to their different locations living around the world, their families are left home. There's that void of that spot at the dinner table. So when we talk about what we owe in terms of a debt of gratitude to those men and women who served, they put their lives on hold. They put their opportunities, whether it's education, work, or just being home with their loved ones. That's something special. And the way we treat them is indicative of the people we are in this country. And on behalf of a grateful nation, I want to thank all the veterans for what they've done for this great nation. God bless.
Today we stand to honor the most honorable amongst us, and we must continue to carry the burden of their sacrifice, lest we lose sight of what true freedom is. Today is for remembering. Stand in honor of them. Walk in their path of duty. Remember the cost, and hold in your heart the cause of freedom. We remember today, Veterans Day, our veterans. God bless.